it'll be Hendon Hooker. Yards through the air. It's the Lions and the Eagles, and it's kicking off next on
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading him out is their 5th-year quarterback.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell them, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
And they work this right up. 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Hooker now off play action. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's an early scramble moved positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively,
well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
Now a bootleg with Hooker. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Williams is in for a Lions touchdown.
That's just a great drive to begin a ball game, because just about any head coach will tell you, we want to establish the run early on, and that allows you to really open up things from there. And not only were they able to do that, but they finished things off with a touchdown run, as we just saw there.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Phillies offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, Swift. Into Lion territory. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Hurts. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Lions will take over. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and we are tied at 7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Hooker on first down. Pass incomplete. The Lions at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt, and it's a fake. He's going to throw it. That will throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off for 6 points.
How about that, partner? A little razzle-dazzle. Fake field goal that turns into a pass and a touchdown. Fooled everyone, including us.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, here's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now 3rd down and 7. Throwing is Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Hooker. Here's Griffin on the catch. And they've got it right across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Under a minute to go. Clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Caught here by Griffin. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Williams will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
He finds his man complete. It's Griffin. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This short throw caught by Goddard. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as he's up to the 47.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Now a give right side Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Eagles.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys around quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st down, Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Hurts. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts with career touchdown number 70. And the Eagles get a bit closer. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Throwing on second and long. Hooker. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Here's Hooker to throw it. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think,
and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
and you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Down to the 22-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Hooker now off play action. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. That is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Fighting through pressure. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
At the 27-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They come up on 1st and 10. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3. Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line.
First down, Eagles.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. His throw incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second down, here's Hurts. And just shedding him off there. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Swift. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. It throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin in the Windy City, where the New York Giants have made the trip to take on Chicago. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Saquon Barkley with a touchdown run. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. The Ravens looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And currently they are tied with the visiting Bills in that one. We got an excellent first half from the man from Tennessee. That's Hendon Hooker. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now back to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Swift going to try up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to a field goal. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Hooker. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Hooker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Devontae Adams from 8 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what
too.
I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Logan Cook now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. It's Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. 2nd and 5. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, He knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That time a 9-play drive. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out now come the Lions. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Hooker. Steps away. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Hooker now off play action. He's got a full head of steam. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. A very solid gain of 27.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Counter play, here's Gibbs. Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 1st down, Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes. He's after a ride. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Hooker. And he's got it to Patterson complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The throw over the middle, taken in.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Hooker now on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing. Hooker. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And outbounds right around the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air is out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. Here in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 10. A minute 45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Pass complete. Goddard. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this up past the 40. Here's Hurts to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Before he's inside the 30.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Hurts. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Lions force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Detroit, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.